Hey guys, I'm going to show you how to do something that anybody who has a high carbon steel weapon needs to know how to do. We're going to clean a sword. You need oil, of course, to stabilize the surface, make sure you don't get any rust. You need a cloth to wipe off the old oil, wipe off the powder from this whenever you go to powder it. This is uchiko, very fine powder made from a Japanese polishing stone. It absorbs excess oil, helps remove debris that may be stuck there. It is slightly abrasive, so it will help hide some of the scuffs you get during tameshigiri. You need this. This is a cloth that I've already prepared with some oil. I like to prepare it first, let it sit for a while. That way the oil distributes through the cloth and you don't get a patchy coating when you go to clean your blade. Now, for people who just have the sword for chopping things up in the backyard or strictly tameshigiri, you don't have to do some of the stuff I'm going to show you how to do, but I like to be thorough, so if you want to be thorough, you can do it as well. We're going to completely disassemble this. First thing you have to do is take out the mekugi. I have neji menuki or neji mekugi. They're little Chicago screw-like things. So I have to actually unscrew mine. For those who have the bamboo mekugi, which is what is most often seen, just pop it out. They are directional, so you can only pop them out in one direction, but I'm sure you know how to do that. So take out your mekugi and set them aside. Next, we're going to remove the actual scut. Some people say to grab it like this, push up on your tsuba like that. That is slightly dangerous depending on what kind of a tsuba you have, and it's not really good form. What you should do is you should grab it like this, and you're going to strike your hand. One good hit is really all it needs. It dislodges the nakago, the tang, from the inside of the scut. Slide it off and set it aside. Tsuba and seppa, set them aside. And habaki. Some habaki are on so tight you need a special tool to get them off. Ideally though, it'll just be a nice snug fit that you can pop off with a little force. If it falls off when you take everything else off, you're probably going to want to get a new habaki made. So there, completely disassembled. Now we're going to clean it. Take the cloth, the clean one without any oil on it, and wipe down your blade. Tradition says 3 wipes. Make sure you get all the way to the cutting edge, make sure you get the back. Now take the uchiko and tap it along the blade. One side, back, other side. You don't need so much on it that it looks like it's snowed, just enough to where you get good coverage when you go to wipe it down again. Take the cloth, wipe it down 3 times again. Make sure you get the spine, make sure you get the edge. And you're done with the cleaning. This should be bare metal on here, no residue, ready for a new coat. Now, take the cloth. Again, I've already prepared mine. Some people like to add the oil to the cloth as they're working, which is perfectly fine. And again, tradition says 3 wipes. If you have a bohi, which is the fuller in the blade, make sure you clean and oil that as well. Get it on maybe the second pass. And always get again to the cutting edge and the back. So, we have cleaned and completely re-oiled the blade. Go ahead and check in the light. Make sure it's a nice even coat without any beading. Beading is when the oil will actually pool into droplets. When you get the droplets, that means there's too much oil on there. You only want a very thin coat. Excess oil will gather debris. It'll give it places to start rusting in. You don't want that. Now, habaki. Of course, you have to put that on first because it's kind of hard to get it on once you have everything else on. Seppa. Seppa are directional. You have the scalloped or the tapered side and the completely flat side. The flat side should sit against the tsuba. Put your tsuba on, and then your final seppa. Again, be aware of the direction. Now we're going to put the scud back on. When you slide this on, it should sit with a little bit of a gap. I don't know if you can see it or not with my camera, but there's a gap of about, I'm going to say 2 millimeters. If it slides all the way in, chances are the scud core is not carved the way it's supposed to be. You want to have a friction fit in there rather than just relying on the Meikugi. So when you have a gap, generally that's good. One quick tap to the Kashira, it'll close everything up nice and tight, and you can put your Meikugi back in. Again, these are directional, so they only go in one way. If it's not going in properly that way, don't force it. Try it from the other side. Tighten mine down. If the Meikugi goes in but doesn't come all the way out, or rather doesn't stick out the other side, go ahead and use, some kits will come with a little brass mallet. I'm not sure where I put mine because I don't really use it that much. But just tap it in, make sure it's nice and secure. And you have cleaned, re-oiled, and reassembled your sword. Before you put it away, take your saya and strike it on your pant leg. Make sure you get all the debris out of there so you don't get any wood on your freshly, or rather any stray pieces of wood, any chips or splinters on your freshly oiled blade. Secure the habaki, and you're done. Go ahead and clean everything up, put everything away. Always remember, whenever you use your blade for cutting, or whenever you use your blade for forms, whenever something touches the blade, you're going to want to re-oil it as soon as you're done. Especially with fingerprints, it'll leave acids and minerals on the blade, which will cause any steel with a high carbon content to corrode, and that's what we're trying to prevent here. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed, I hope this has helped, and have fun and be safe.